towards the lane.
Teams have opted to bring, I do feel like Omega has a higher edge in this next upcoming game.
Yep, I definitely agree. But without further ado, this is going to be the match coming in. Game 1 between both RRQ as well as Omega up on screen, as we are going to be looking through how they are going to be tackling the situation. Because as of yet, Albert is going to be playing on the lane from the blue side, whereas from the red side as well, Omega, they are going to be going for that textbook common standard drops coming in. Is it going to be enough to deal with Albert's oppressive nature? Because as of yet, we do see VYN trying to go and harass Zero, but it seems like it's not going to be the Tamos jungle coming from Omega, whereas it is going to be the Derov jungle instead.
Yeah, that's very, very interesting. But again, we saw how Dyrov is super strong in the early to mid stages of the game. No matter which lane he goes to, he will apply the armor reduction, making it easier for you to get a kill. But speaking of kills, a lot of aggression coming on in mid, and I feel like Omega, they have to be careful of VYN right now.
Yeah, I think a lot of things are depending on like
time. If you kill him off earlier in the game, making sure that he doesn't get to that tanky point, then Omega will have a better time in the team fights.
Yep, seems like the fight is going to break down as well. The Real Nation already set up, anticipating the engagement, and that's going to be VYN getting completely shut down. Our Albert is going to be able to get a couple of trades here as well.
Situation with the Fatal Links, but imagine if he already had it and they actually went for an engage like that. That would have been so detrimental to what RRQ Hoshi is trying to do.
Yeah, I feel like in this kind of situation, the game is slowing down a little bit, and it's almost like both these teams are trying to test each other's intuition, like based on the movement from the side of Ryzen as well as Albert. They're almost like trying to figure out how are they actually maneuvering around the map, trying to anticipate what's going to happen next.
Yep, this time Changnu, he does have the Fatal Links. He is going to try and scare him off. You can see RQ, they're resetting the turtle, and that's going to be the reset coming in from Omega. Meanwhile, Clay on the sides is going to get caught out, but the hook coming from VYN from the sides pulls Renzi the turret. He will take him out, but they will lose Clay in the process. That's going to be two times now. Different trades coming in across the map, but as of yet, RQ is still forcing the turtle onto the screen as well. Will Albert get it? Yes, he will. And that's going to be the hook again coming from VYN, catching off Changnu as Omega. They are getting chipped apart time and time again.
To be honest, I think
3 members of Omega, is something going to happen here?
Yep, here comes the suppression as well. Changnu completely shut down. 3 snipes to the face, and Skylar will get the kill just like that. In favor of RRQ's composition, just because of how the Lilia is going to be able to pop off into the mid to late stage game. Likewise coming from R7. Now, turtle contest coming in this fight as well. You can see Omega, they're trying to force reactions coming from RRQ, but VYN is waiting for the right moment. The suppress comes in. VYN is going to get caught, Renzo is going to get caught out, but looks like they're not going to prioritize on going for the kills. It is going to be Turtle instead, and it seems like Clay will steal it for the team, and now Omega, they will retaliate. They are stuck. They're taking a little bit too much damage, and RRQ will run him over. Renzio survives with 1 HP on this Thamus, and VYN is not trying to let him off the hook. Can he get the final hook? No, he does not. Maybe he will on the bottom side, and yes, he will get the hook, and that's going to be VYN getting the kill on Ranzio.
That is like an RRQ trade all over the board. I mean, now they are with a 2,500 gold lead, and Omega, they're kind of on behind here. What can they actually do as of this stage, understanding that they are...
VYN still waiting for the right moment. He goes for the blind hook. He knows he's there. He gets the suppression. Skylar is a little bit too late to actually re-engage this. So Chaknu will be A-okay as of yet. Meanwhile, RQ.
It's on the board from the side of RRQ Hoshi, but we'll see how this pans out.
Yep, it seems like there is going to be concealed play coming in. They do catch on towards VYN, completely shut him out, but R7 is not looking to back out yet. He re-engages for the team, but they do get a 1-for-1 trade, tank for tank, and that is going to be the full disengage coming from both sides. So nothing super major yet. It's still a tank for tank, but map control is still in RRQ's favor. Look at this, Skylar in perfect position to completely going for the one-shot. Ryzen getting scared off a little bit more as well, and they're still deciding whether or not should they force the issue. And Turtle being pulled back as of yet, but from the sides, R7 going for the catch. Kara a little bit into trouble as well. Real Magician comes in, but they're taking a little bit too much damage. Albert re-engaging, cleaning them out. Double kill for Albert, and that is going to be RRQ from the side. But Ryzen waiting for the right moment from the side. He almost got it, but VYN, he held on his ultimate, caught him by surprise, and Omega, they get completely shut down. And the snipes from Skylar to clean it out, and Omega, they lose them all, and just like that, RRQ will come up on top.
I can already see what Omega actually has to do. They need some kind of map control, because looking at RRQ Hoshi, Skylar, the way that he's positioning, it's almost like the map is not dark at all. Like the map has no bushes. He knows exactly where everyone is. So whenever someone is trying to gank him, he knows how to retaliate. And for the side of Omega, looking at their positioning, it's not optimal for a team fight right now. It looks like they're trying for something, but is it going to actually pan out the way that they wanted it to?
Yep, seems like the fight's coming in. Omega.
At least one more item on Ryzen or Renzio to really deal out the damage against RRQ Hoshi.
Yep, definitely agree, but the Lord will be taken down very easily coming in from the side of Omega, but 6.7k lead as of yet coming in from RRQ Hoshi means they are very, very oppressive. You can see the fear coming in from Omega as they have to play this as safe as they can.
If he just like doze off just for a little bit, the clean could possibly two-shot him dead. So Omega, they're kind of okay just stalling out a little bit because there will come to a point where Kelra could immediately just take a 22-minute team fight, making sure that they get like just picking off on Albert and Clay, and then they could potentially end the game. So for the side of RRQ Hoshi, as long as they can control Kelra, whether Skyler could outrange him or anything, that'd be great. For the side of Omega, it's
Kelra to be able to dish out most of that damage, and of course that combo wombo that comes in with the real-world manipulation. But as you can see on screen here, that ward is just going to be shrunken down so quick as the damage is inevitable here from the side of Omega.
Yep, Skylar will finish off the inhibitor up top with those long-range snipes, but you can see the discipline play is coming in from Omega just to make sure to try and drag it out as long as they can, and they understand that they cannot do anything about it. And based on the itemizations up on screen, as you can see, fusion and also stalling for time. And right now, RRQ Hoshi, they can play super safe and still win the game, but not too long, just because of how oppressive, because slowly but surely, the timers are going to kick in, but it seems like they are going to force the issue, and this is the big hook coming in. Renzio popping the Vengeance, and they're forced to fight the fight as well. R7 going to be re-engaging from the sides, as you can see, they're all chunked up, and Omega, they don't really want to fight in this choke spot, but no, the snipe from afar from Skylar is going to beam him out, and that's going to be chunked, and Renzio taken out of the equation, and this is exactly why Omega didn't want to force the fight, and that's the beauty of what the Franco brings to the table.
Man, that was huge. A 2-0 trade here for the side of RRQ Hoshi, and now Skylar with that double kill is sitting at a 4-0-2 stat as compared to Kelra, who is still
countering Chuck. They're countering the Alice, but look at that hook, managing to get Ryzen off there. And right now, RRQ Hoshi, they are 5-man strong for the side of Omega. 2 members are still down. Renzio just awakened, but still, RRQ Hoshi looking super strong, making a lot of hooks happen with VYN here.
Yeah, this is just so good coming from RRQ Hoshi. Like, you can't actually blame Omega for not doing the single hook. So that's going to be very difficult to play to. But as you can see up on screen as well, the items are slowly heading in towards the 5th item progression. But with the Lord coming in, is it going to be able to be stalled coming from Omega? As you can see, Renzio is trying his best to clear on towards the Lord pit as RRQ trying to get a little bit more on the side. The hook doesn't seem to connect, but Omega, they're clumped up onto the crystal. They're trying to force the fight. Here comes the Atlas coming from the backlines as well. R7 still being very oppressive, but the damage coming from RRQ Hoshi is just a little bit too much to handle. And Omega, they're falling like flies, but the overextension coming from RRQ is going to allow Kelra to dish out damage. He's taking a little bit more damage, but this is going to be the first blunder that RRQ has made. R7 is still going to keep it alive. They do take on Kelra and also take down the crystal, so RRQ Hoshi is going to be able to secure game number 1 despite almost losing a little bit too much on team fights.
100%. RRQ now leading the series 1-0, and this gives one more opportunity for an